So, yeah, I have a conversation about protest. Went left, went right, went dead center, middle. But we ultimately came together and argued that everyone's version of peaceful protest has been so watered down and convoluted nowadays that it's just awkward all around in general. Because what used to be known as peaceful protest, like what MLK did, like Gandhi did, they would be considered violent protesters nowadays, while Malcolm X would be put on a pedestal for quite literally killing people. So, uh, the definition and the very ideal behind peaceful protest has been so watered down and perverted. It's just weird. So when we came to the targeted argument aspect of what is peaceful protest specifically, we did lean a little more toward that right side of the argument that was saying that peaceful protest is very much a bit more self-sacrificing and neutral ground than anything else, because peaceful protesters don't, like, the biggest names in the game for peaceful protest would never be in agreement with anyone saying protesting is about making other people uncomfortable. They would always probably very highly articulate themselves with making themselves uncomfortable in a artistic fashion, very, very borderline on the concept of martyrdom, right? All the biggest names in peaceful protest, such as MLK, such as Gandhi, would very much be more leaning to the ideas of martyrism, right? And that you make yourself uncomfortable in such an artistic fashion, everyone would very much agree with you and want to willfully convert and be on your side in the history books, right? Gandhi died of starvation. He made himself so uncomfortable, he starved to death in the name of what he was protesting. So impactful was that action that people converted religious beliefs in order to rally behind the name of Gandhi. Okay? Martyr. And he is known around the globe by believers and followers of his faiths and his personal beliefs and ideals, that he is effectively eternally martyred around the globe from people who do and don't know the same language he knows. Gandhi and his actions in the name of peaceful protest is so big and so impactful. In fact, what is that? He was so big, people who don't even speak the same language as him know very good and well of him. MLK, while could be said, and there was stated some arguments against him being okay with dying, and literally directly the way he did, right? There are plenty of occasions where he was very much at peace with dying for his own cause, right? Martin Luther King Jr. and him being the face of peaceful protest in the specifically black communities, the face of black communal protest. Martin Luther King Jr. He was very much a peaceful protester who ultimately sacrificed a lot of his own life and a lot of his own comfort and potential gains for the sake of the dream he had and the whole community that he stood for and his ideals. He was very much on that right side, saying, hey, we got to get up and be uncomfortable in a way that sways other people into being comfortable with joining our cause and our protest. MLK, Gandhi, they weren't speaking to the dictatorships and the fascist ideals and the haters who would never listen and never agree. They were appealing to those neutral parties who were on the fence of whose side to be on. They were appealing to the ethos and the mentality and the emotional connection and ties of those who weren't so far gone that they weren't listening. Those with eyes, let them see, and those with ears, let them hear, right? So the discussion on protest was more so all about, hey, peaceful protest leans a bit more to the right in this campfire debate we're having. Peaceful protest is very much not about making other people uncomfortable as it is about assisting in the conversion of other people into agreement with you, and through means of altruism and self-sacrifice, right? The only belief system that would be in support of making others uncomfortable would very much be the side of the revolutionaries, much like the Marxist, the communist, the Malcolm Xers, people who felt they needed to fight and instill this paranoia, fear-mongering, which is on the not even the verge of terrorism in a lot of cases. It's very much just blatant terrorism. Instilling a particular idea like you must convert, right? I'm going to make you uncomfortable until you agree to agree. Not agree to disagree. Until you agree to agree, you will be made uncomfortable by me outside your door each and every single day in every way. I'm not saying I have a gun, but I will say I am armed. I'm not saying I have a lethal weapon, but I know how to use a shovel and I got all the hose to help me out with it, okay? I ain't saying I'm dangerous, but I'm saying you will be uncomfortable to the day you walk out here and treat me with the respect I'm demanding of you, regardless of whether I deserve that respect or not, okay? You will never disrespect me. You'll never disrespect me, okay? That is more a Marxist, Malcolm X, communist take on that one. It's very much not a peaceful protest. It's a protest, most definitely. It is still very much a protest. It is not really a peaceful one. To several degrees, a lot of you claiming peaceful protests and trying to hide your Malcolm X mentalities behind the name of MLK would have both of them rolling in their graves. Malcolm X was a very open advocate, like, hey, we need to do something and not be scared of doing it, okay? Why are you giving MLK credit? I told you to do that. Why is MLK getting all your... Malcolm X would roll over in his grave right? And so would MLK. Like, whoa, whoa, whoa. That's not what I dreamed about. That's not what I hoped or imagined in the slightest. Why would you disgrace me? Why would you slander and defame my name like that? You do that. That is not at all what I consider peaceful. That is, don't ever associate my name. Leave my name out your mouth. Malcolm X, smack him up, okay? Brother Malcolm, smack this fool. He just said my name. Why is they saying my name, Malcolm? Me and you have an understanding. We both want the same thing. We think we have different ways of going about it. Respect you, respect me, I respect you. Malcolm X to Martin Luther King Jr., we in agreement on that. Why the hell are they switching our names and beliefs up like this? This is disrespectful. He giving me your credit and taking your credit and giving it to me. He taking my name and agendas and put them under you in opposition to what you demanded and said needed to be done. Hey, man, give me your hat. I'll hold your hat and your jacket. Fuck him up for me, please. I'm the side of peace. Both Malcolm X and MLK Jr. would be rolling over in their graves for the people who dare articulate themselves as peaceful protesters. No peaceful protester in the day and age of Martin Luther King Jr. would dare consider having a mask on like the Antifas, okay? Not a nary one of them, right? You see me, and I come out and share my beliefs, I will not be doing it behind a mask. If I ever felt like voicing my opinion, it would very much be on the side of Malcolm X. Like, no, I don't agree with you. I'm gonna let you know, big mad and right up in your face until you are ready to admit that I'm right and you're wrong, okay? I'm gonna be right up here in your face about it, like Malcolm. Get you a book that has Malcolm X on the cover of it, or Malcolm X's name on it. I promise you can agree that I'm not lying. Read one book from Malcolm X and one book from Martin Luther King Jr. and understand these are similar wants and desires, but different means of protesting. One that is very much peaceful and the other one that is very much music to my ears and very much not so peaceful. Right? There's a big difference between those claiming to be peaceful protesters and those who actually are peaceful protesters. Right? There's a big difference. I'm a peaceful protester. Ma'am, you have 3 knives visible on you and a gun with your finger on the trigger right as we speak. I have mace to spray you down and some tear gas and some bean bags to hit you with like pellets. You have a Desert Eagle. What is that? A Vector on you. And did he just pull out an RPG? Oh, I'm sorry. That's just an anti-tank rifle with a grenade launcher attached to it. My bad. I'm just a mother with children. You're very much not a peaceful protester, ma'am. And the only thing scary is the fact that you're wearing an all-black mask, so I can't even get justice against you even if I wanted to. I don't... What are you talking about? You're claiming peaceful protest, as if you are the new not Martin Luther King Jr. of our time. When really it seems like you grabbing pages out of Malcolm X's playbooks. And it seems like you taking hints and advice from the Black Panthers. I was like, What is you doing? You scaring everybody. Who taught you how to peacefully protest? The Italian mob bosses or the Greek mob bosses? Which was you get advice from the Yakuza back when they had full power and authority of the streets with their gangs? Who did you get your advice from on how to peacefully protest? Was it Igor and Igor? Up in Russia? Like what where did you get your idea of peaceful protest? The Gulag? Like what? Peaceful protesters, man. This is not the same, right? So that was the mainstay of like the interlude conversations we had. It's like, what are some examples of peaceful protesters? And just like, but yeah, whatever peaceful protest is nowadays, whatever peaceful protest was back in the day, it isn't the same thing nowadays, right? Whatever a peaceful protest is nowadays, as far as what is being displayed on the social medias, it is very much divergent from any form of what was once considered a peaceful protest, right? The ideals and the beliefs are very much divergent, right? There's one more I wanted to articulate on the protest matter, but I can't even articulate up to the joke that was made, so I'm gonna just leave it alone, but without even trying to digress to it. I'm on the verge of crying. It's so funny, but I'm gonna just have to call it an inside joke because I don't remember how it started, but it was hilarious. Can you see my tears on the camera screen? It was a funny joke, but I don't know how to say the joke, and it's not a Funny Guy Friday anyway, so I'm not gonna feel pressured into figuring out what it was either. But hey, that's just me, your Millenia Mailman. Go ahead and like the video if you liked it. Comment down in the comment section down below any questions, comments, concerns, thoughts, and opinions. By all means, reach me out at gmail.com through millenianmailman@gmail.com. Share the video for more exposure and subscribe if you feel like it. This has been my part 3 in regards to guys' night campfire talking. What do the boys talk about around the campfire? I hope you enjoyed it. I'll continue this on with what we talked about as far as sovereignty in another video at another time. But yes, that has been parts 1, 2, and 3 of the 3 different aspects of the protest conversation. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Like, comment, share for more exposure. Subscribe if you feel like. Dislike the video if you don't. I'll enjoy the genuine feedback regardless of what you have to say. But by all means, peace and have a good day.